Good morning and welcome to Harness Your Hump Day with me, Tom Harness, here at the Harness Digital Marketing World Headquarters. Little joke, inside joke there. But it is our office. A beautiful day to start out this wonderful Tuesday. I keep thinking or Wednesday. Man, I'm all messed up today. Maybe we should start this over. So today is also National Bow Tie Day. So I decided to kick out the Doctor Who TARDIS bow tie. I have the matching socks, but I will spare you that. Today, we are going to talk about, do you own your own content? This is a topic that has come up quite a lot when we work with clients that are coming from other agencies, other individual people, or they move on. So that's going to be our topic for today. Before I dive into our Do You Own Your Own Content segment, I do want to give a big round of applause and a thank you to our very own Lynsey Hentrich. Lynsey has been with us for 3 years, and it was time for me to promote her to the digital marketing director of digital marketing, if you will. She's going to oversee all the content, work with our team on that and the strategy. So I'm firing myself from that and moving on to focus on more bigger projects for Harness Digital Marketing. So very excited to have Lynsey on board for that. She's going to be wonderful. No one smiles more and bigger than her. So she's a great asset to our team here at Harness Digital Marketing. Okay, so just a reminder, when you work with third parties, when you work with different people, we typically most businesses will blindly trust that they have your best interest. The best interest is you and your business. And that means being able to ask the right questions or know what questions to ask. So I want to kind of talk about 3 questions that you should be asking before you work with any third-party vendor. Question 1, who owns my pages, social media, website, etc.? One of the things that we find when we start working with clients, and we don't directly build or do any websites, but we do drive traffic to it. We do want to make sure that there's Google Analytics installed on it, so that way we can hold ourselves accountable and we have another report that we can give our clients saying, hey, social media is driving X traffic to your website. What we're finding is some of these third-party sites, whether they're local, national, regional, international, when they're setting up your pages, they're not giving you access to those pages. So when you decide to no longer work with them, you no longer own that social media page, that website. So the first question is, you need to ask the third-party vendor or the third-party agreement, people that you have an agreement with, is, do you own your own content? When you work with Harness Digital Marketing and our team, 100% our clients own their projects, not only their social media pages, but they own their websites, which we never have access to other than to put Google Analytics on there. So great question. Who owns my pages? Ask it. Question number 2, how do I have access to my content and accounts? So another thing that we run into a lot is the business owners. Again, I'm not dogging them. Sometimes they just don't know the questions to ask or what's important to ask. So they don't know that they should have access to their pages. Now, this gets a little gray here a little bit, because if the owner or other people have access to the social media page, the website, and you're working with a third-party vendor, that means that that third-party vendor is not the only one that's putting out content for your client, but it also means that client is putting out content on the page. So there's a branding component here that everybody gets into and they talk about. They want the page to be professional branding, and sometimes the business owner or the other person that has access just doesn't have the knowledge and the experience to make sure that the content going out is in the best interest of not only the business owner, but the business, okay? So make sure you have those discussions, have access to it. Why do you want to have access to it? If someone gets hit by a bus, someone leaves disgruntled, you want to be able to get into your pages like that. Nobody else should necessarily have access to your pages, your website, unless you allow it. The business owner, the business. So please, by all means, have access to your content. One of the things that we like to tell our clients when we work with them is If you, for whatever reason, on one day, even if we have an agreement and you want to violate it, you want to fire Harness Digital Marketing, all you have to do is cut that off. And guess what? Not only all the content, everything that we've helped you with so far is still good. It's still valid. It's still working for you. It's going to work for you forever, especially on social media. But you don't have to have that awkward conversation or meeting to say, hey, we need access to our material. So you want to make sure that you do have access to your accounts, your login information. Please, business owners, businesses, ask that. The third question you need to ask about owning your own content. This deals with not only images and video, but all the content that you write. There is a different belief and strategy with vendors, with agencies, with agents, whoever, consultants, on who owns that content, that image, that video, and for how long. The reason I asked this question, or the reason you should ask this question to your third party or the person you're going to work with, is content is king, right? We hear that all the time. Content is king. You want to be able to redistribute your content across different platforms. It shouldn't just be a one and done. So some of the things that we've seen other vendors, especially when it deals with video, and I'm not saying these strategies are right or wrong because every business model is different. But some of the business models for video are you only own it for a certain time, a certain begin date and end date. You can always renew it sometimes, purchase, pay for it. But those are questions you need to ask about your video and images. How long can you use it? How long can you redistribute it? Now, from the agency standpoint, what they don't want is they don't want someone using content they created once, forgetting them forever, and using that one piece of content, that video, whatever it might be, for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and that's it. So the gray area here is you've got to create a relationship. You've got to make sure that there is a want and a need. And the world that we live in right now, especially in social media, we need content that is evolving, changing, getting better, adapting, trending. We need all those things. So if you don't own your content and you think you do, and you start distributing it out there across Twitter and LinkedIn, and you have it in a rotation pattern, guess what? You could get that awkward call or email from the third party, the agency, saying, listen, you need to stop. You can't use that content anymore. So you need to ask, how long do you own your content? At Harness Digital Marketing, we want to continually evolve. So all the content that we create for our clients, new, existing, belongs to them. We keep it in the Google Drive that we work with them on for probably 3 to 6 months after. We give them plenty of time to remove, take all their content, and then that way they have it. After that, then we obviously purge that so I have space and we save a little bit of money. But 3 questions to ask businesses, business owners, organizations. Number 1, who owns my pages? 2, do I have access to my account and my website, my social media pages? And how long do I own my content? Those are the 3 things that you need to ask when you are working with another person. Please, please, please don't underestimate the value of your social media pages and who has access to them. Business owners should always have that. All right, let's jump into our events. Michelle Snyder and I are still selling those Cubs versus Cardinals tickets for Saturday, September 28th, 6:15 p.m. Get your tickets from us, $40 a pop. The Central Division's crazy. Cardinals, Cubs go back and forth right now. Boo, Cardinals are in the lead. Just kidding. It's all in good fun. So you can get those tickets. Link is in the description below. Tomorrow, my buddy Kevin Hunsperger steps into the ring with a tag team match and title with Heath Hatton, and they are going to go to see if they are the best 2 good-looking, physically fit, amazing men in the ring tomorrow at One Park. Tickets are still available. You can get them. You can talk to Kevin. So yeah, this is going to be the event in Southern Illinois. I can't wait to see him in his whitey tighties. Moving on September 13th, Crab Orchard Golf Course, the Carterville Fire Department Golf Scramble will be taking place. You can reach out to Brent O'Neill. Sponsorships, build some teams. Teams are $400. This money goes to purchase rescue equipment for the fire department and just great people, Chief Rains and all the firefighters and EMTs over there are just amazing. So please support them if you're a golfer. Pastor John Holst, man, I love this guy. The best Oktoberfest in Southern Illinois. I love this. It's the 4th annual Oktoberfest at Zion Zion United Church of Christ in Marion, September 28th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's just a fun time. It is a fundraiser for the church, but there is music and beer and food and fellowship. Go check it out. Russ Williams, Live to Lead, Friday, October 25th, the Pavilion of the city of Marion. This event is for leadership. It's a leadership through John Maxwell training. It's televised through a projector, and it has been big and huge the last 3 to 4 years. It's been just an amazing thing. Our region, Southern Illinois specifically, we need leaders. We need people to step up. Training is part of it. So make sure that you go. If you're interested, check the link in the description. It's a great day, great networking event as well. So message me if you have a event that you would like for me to plug, post on here. Also remember, this episode is sponsored by Sotellus. Get the reviews you deserve, and that you can learn more at the link provided below. And please click the link that we have to review Harness Digital Marketing, the content, the website. Let us know if this is of value to you. And as always, go out there, make the world a better place, make someone smile, and hashtag turn the light bulb on.